Hey Taurus, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it and start with the meditation first. Okay. So the first thing that I saw was a sidewalk, but it was a close up of a sidewalk. And within the cracks it looked like translucent milk dripping through the cracks and filling the cracks. And then it would kind of harden. And then it would be red filling through the cracks. And then the red would kind of harden. And then all of a sudden, you know how a sidewalk is obviously like flat, right? And all of a sudden it just went like this. And all of the whatever it was inside of the cracks just started dripping down and falling down. And when I looked down, I noticed that I was in the sky, and all of this paint is what it looked like. It just started dripping down. And you were in the middle. When I look over, you're there and you're with a big paintbrush and you're like painting everything. And then you like toss the paintbrush, and this whole world that you've created is sideways. Almost like, if you ever seen the movie Inception, how all of the neighborhoods or the houses just start turning vertically and then horizontally, and then they're upside down. And that's what you were kind of doing, but it almost looked like this world was a projector and it was spinning in a circle, and you were in the middle of it and I was with you, and it just was spinning like this. And you were so proud of it. And I just see all of this paint. It was like made of paint, and it just started dripping down. And when I look down, I see like the world, right? I see cities and, in Earth. And I had asked you, oh, what was it? I can't remember. You said something to me. At least I think this was you. I don't know if you were me or that person was you. I'm not really sure. And so you were like, come lay with me. And so I laid down with you, and I said, all of the people are going to fall out of your city, right? Because at first I thought it was real. I thought like the city that you had created, I thought it was real. And there were people that were living in the houses that you had painted. And you were like, no, it's just an illusion. Stop freaking out. It's not a big deal. And I was like, okay. And so I'm laying down with you in the sky, and all of this paint from the painting that you've created is falling, and it's like covering the world, right? It's like falling down like it's rain. And then as we're laying down, I look up and paint starts to drip from somewhere else above me onto my face and on my body. I'm like, what's going on? Who's doing that? And you look at me and you go, maybe someone like you, maybe someone like me. And I was like, what? And so my face was like covered in blue paint and yours was colored in red. Super weird. I don't know why I see the things that I see. I hope that I explained that okay. So let's just go ahead and get right into the reading. So let's see, Taurus. So the first card that you get is yes, but it's in reverse. So I would assume that this is a no. So maybe there's something that you disagree with. Maybe there's something that you're not really wanting to do. Then you have the Knight of Wands, something that you're passionate about, going after something, taking action. Then the Queen of Wands. So we're going from a knight to a queen. So I feel like you're being promoted in your life in some way. You're going after something, fearless. Eight of Wands in reverse. Maybe you're not talking about it, or maybe you're forcing your will on someone or something else. The Eight of Cups in reverse. It's like you're revisiting, or maybe somebody's revisiting you. But you're going back to something that you once walked away from, basically. And then the Judgment card tells me that you're answering the call to something bigger than you, but it's something that's about you. The Two of Wands is talking about a path that you are choosing, going out of your comfort zone. And then, okay, I just heard some of you guys are afraid of heights. Two of Swords, finally solidifying whatever decision this is. So let's go ahead and take a look at this yes in reverse. The Four of Cups. There's some kind of option that's being revealed to you, but you can't see it because you may not want to see it. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Wands shows me like full-blown boredom in regards to something. feel like you feel like something isn't seeing its progress. With that yes in reverse, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Hermit energy here with the Star and with the Six of Wands, there's something bigger for you, and you feel like there's something bigger for you. You're realizing something about yourself. You're realigning yourself with you. You're making decisions based around what you feel, not necessarily what you're thinking. There's something that may be being offered to you where you're like, yeah, no, I'm tired of that. I don't really care. I've been there before. I've done that, been there, done that, etc. There's something that's more for me that I want to do. Now I'm seeing the World card in my head, and you're following your heart and you're following your creativity. For some of you, you're also just becoming more self-aware in regards to what it is that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled, but you are taking action towards some form of decision, but it feels like you're doing this alone, or you are thinking about this alone, or a line. It's, you know what it's like? It's it's like somebody offering you a job, right? Just hypothetically, somebody offering you a job and it may be good, but you're like, no, because I feel like I can do better, you know? And then you have the Knight of Wands, the Mask in reverse. For some of you, you have done something to appease other people, or you've been a certain person to appease other people. You know, you have acted in a certain way to appease other people. But now with that Knight of Wands, it's like, you're fucking shut up, basically. There's this sense of you kind of, oh God, let me make sure I have the right mic connected. Okay, thank God. There's this sense of you being like, no, I want what I want, and I'm not going to hide from that anymore. And I'm not going to, accept, oh my God, maybe accept something just because you're offering it, because that's not really me. So it just seems like you're being more authentic to yourself. I feel like you're being selfish, you know? I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. I just feel like maybe for some of you, you really focused on what other people want. And I don't think that I'm not saying you don't care about what other people want, but this is more like me energy. And I feel like you're running with it, because we're going from the Knight of Wands to the Queen of Wands. And then we have the Six of Cups, something maybe you've wanted since childhood. The Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands in reverse. I feel like you don't really care what people say. Like, if people are having disagreements about something that you're trying to pursue, something that you're trying to, I don't even want to say follow, because it feels like it's like what I saw in my meditation. If you didn't see the meditation part of the video, then you need to rewind. But when you were creating your own world, like, there was already a world for you, but it was literally beneath you, you know? Not saying you're better than that, but you're better than the world, but like, you certainly thought that you were, you know? And you kind of let me know that without telling me that in the meditation. And so as I'm standing there with you and you're painting this world, and then you like flip it upside down or whatever, and then it just starts spilling over the world that you've kind of rejected, you know? It's like that, you going after something regardless of what people say, or, you know, what people think, or it's something that's true to you, true to your heart, true to your inner child. Eight of Wands in reverse. Jesus, hold on. The Magician, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Karmic Soul Tribe. Interesting. This kind of feels like if someone is not true to you, or if someone doesn't resonate with you, if the people that surround you aren't supporting your ideas or aren't supporting your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, then I don't really feel like you're going to pay them any mind. And this to me is a strong sense of independence. It's almost like your own inner authority. You don't really want to live in the world that's been created for you. You want to create your own. This is like a pioneering spirit. This is a do it first spirit. And the thing is that I remember when me and you were laying down in the sky in the meditation, my meditation, and from the beginning of the video, we were looking up, and then there was clearly there was someone else doing what you were doing here, and it was raining on us. And it's like you were looking to get to that next level, to get to that higher level, you know? Give me one more for that 8 of Cups in reverse. Oh no. Okay, no, I don't need all those. Sorry, guys. I don't want all of those cards. But you're not taking the same old anymore. You want to follow your heart and what's authentic to you. All right, guess I'm taking all those cards. Damn, the 8 of Cups in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse, the 10 of Cups in reverse, the 7 of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the Shaman in reverse. Somebody that you walked away from. This could be somebody you were in a relationship with prior or a family member. There may be somebody here who is trying to give you a bit of a reality check. Somebody who may be trying to trigger old wounds, or somebody that quite literally is triggering your old wounds. This is somebody who could be emotionally manipulating you, being like, oh, I don't feel supported, or you don't, but it feels like a manipulation tactic. It's kind of stopping you dead in your tracks. It's almost like somebody is seeing this world you're creating and making you feel bad about it. Like this path that you want to really take. And you're kind of in this mode. Well, you're in this mode where you're like, okay, well, I've kind of like made my decision on things, and this is what's authentic to me. And you're trying to ask me to go back to something that isn't really for me anymore, or you're trying to ask me to stay where I'm at, where I don't want to. I want to use my own colors. I want to use my own paintbrush. I want to create my own world. I want to be who I want to be. I want to be authentic to me. One shuffle, please. Tell me about that judgment call. Or I mean, that judgment call, that judgment card. Yeah, look at that. I'm not going to fight about it. You're really not going to change my mind. I'm not going to fight with somebody who's clearly trying to trigger me, or who is not even aligned with themselves. And the judgment and the karmic release, it's like once you finally decide to choose you and what you want to do, that's when you keep elevating. You know that there's something that the universe is calling you to, calling you towards. And because you choose that, because you go with your higher self decision, you're able to finally let go of the crap. There's some kind of karmic release that is allowing you to, especially if it's like people pleasing behavior, or, doing what everybody else wants you to do, or whatever it is. It's like there's this chef's kiss moment that you're having in June, where you're answering the call, you're choosing you. And because you're finally doing that, you're breaking some karmic cycle, The 2 of Wands, the Sacred Heart. I told you, you're going with your heart. You're going with what your heart is leading you towards. And I mean, this is your true, authentic self, like your soul, what your soul was brought on this earth to do, which you're actually meant for. No in reverse. Remember, you started with yes in reverse. So you have no in reverse, which means yes. And then you have the 3 of Wands. You're venturing out and you're brave enough. You're not allowing yourself to be stuck in these cycles anymore. And anybody who doesn't understand, or anybody who is not authentic to you, you're not doing it. You're not dealing with it. You're not allowing somebody to bring you back down and pull you back down into a crappy feeling or a crappy situation. You're over that. It's like you're creating your own world. It's like you have this world within, and you're using your own colors, You don't want to follow some whatever. It's very like Aquarian. very, maybe, I don't want to say rebellious, but, you know, kind of Sigma vibes. I'm getting like Sigma energy off of this. You have the two, you're ending with the Two of Swords in reverse. All right. I don't want all of those friggin' cards. Oh my God. Tell me about that Two of Swords. You're definitely making a decision. It's maybe something that you've avoided for a long time. The Ace of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Wow. Okay. There's an opportunity that you're creating or that you're taking. I kind of feel like you're creating it just because you were the kind of the creator of your own world. And because of that, it affected the world beneath you, the world beneath you, the High Priestess in reverse. What's the High Priestess in reverse? The Chariot in reverse. The Justice and the Sun in reverse. I feel like this is something about your creativity. Like there's something that you're doing either in regards to your creativity or you're being more confident. Like, especially, you know, the Sun in reverse is reminding me of like a child who's been shamed of just for being a child, like just for having an imagination or something like that. And this is very kind of childlike, like a childlike essence, but it's not negative. I think that there are a lot of things that you're realizing here around the end of June. You're realizing how maybe you lacked courage in a specific area of your life where people have maybe, or a person has maybe made you feel less than special or not creative or has shot down your optimism about you and what it is that you want to create in your life. And it feels like you're becoming more clear. And because of that, in regards to what it is that you're trying to decide, you're being very logical. Like this is a no bullshit zone, basically. And there's something that you're finally starting, an opportunity that you're getting or an opportunity that you're creating that is going to start with the Ace of Pentacles and end with the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like it's going to affect others in a positive light just because it was you that was painting this world. And the paint was dripping all over the rest of the world. It was like you were coloring the world the way that you wanted it, you know, in some way, or just by chance or something like that. And I don't know why I thought it was harm that you were doing. Maybe I was, maybe me and my meditation, maybe I was the representation of people that have doubted you. Where I was like, well, aren't people like falling out and hurting? Aren't people? And you're like, no, it's like, it's just an illusion. You know, it's not, that's not, you know. Interesting. So you got soar, you got teamwork, and you have community for this one. This is the one that fell out. So let's read it. So community. Here in the Seattle area, we have three big roosts. The largest, I believe, is the one at the UW Bothell campus. Each of these roots serves as a community. It is a sanctuary. It is a place for the crows to retreat to in the evening where they are accepted and comforted. Lean on your community. Lean into the groups of people who you feel most at peace with during times of friction or stress. When you pull community, think of it as a nudge to connect with a group that interests you. Not only will you find new opportunities there, you will become part of a group focused on a similar goal. Community may also indicate that you would benefit from examining your relationships with in a group or belief system. Are your goals and beliefs in alignment with the groups and philosophy? Do you remain within a community because it is simply part of your history, but your involvement or participation is limited, and as a result, you feel disconnected? You may need to consider if the philosophy of a community that you no longer connect with is still impacting your decisions or your perception of events. Wow. That's really interesting to me because community is just like the 11th house, which is a natural Aquarian house. And so I'm getting, once again, Aquarius is kind of the Sigma, and Aquarius represents community. It represents like-minded individuals. It's the 11th house. And it also represents your biggest dreams and your biggest aspirations. So it's kind of interesting that that card came out. I feel like you just need to go. I think that you do need to group up with some people or a person or whatever that's going to maybe lead you in the right direction. I do feel like you're going to have people that maybe disagree with you, but you need to be bulletproof in regards to that. And so this is definitely like, I don't want to say like the world is beneath you, but I don't feel like it's that. I just think that you're trying to do something that is not of this world necessarily, or maybe you're trying to do something that maybe people don't really see your vision quite yet. So it's definitely like Sigma vibes. So, Taurus, it was an absolute pleasure to read your cards. www.brattystarot.com is where it's at to book a personal reading with me. I offer one-on-one Zoom calls and pre-recorded readings. Make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe. And if it resonated, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. And also, I am a creative writer and I have a YouTube channel called Where Dead Flowers Bloom. I'm going to link that in the comment section below and also in the description box. I create all of my own content. I edit all my own content and I write all of my own content. And so I really hope that you enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you also follow me on my social media platforms. And Taurus, thank you so much for listening to me. And I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.